In this video, we will deploy the CAEVES Copilot Connector. Search for your CAEVES Copilot Connector QuickStart in the Azure Marketplace. This deploys a container instance used for indexing your deep storage. For performance, deploy it in the same region and resource group as your CAEVES instance in the previous steps. As part of the prerequisites, you need to have configured a user-assigned managed identity to be able to complete the connector configuration. Refer to our knowledge base article for more details. Select the storage account created with the CAEVES instance. If you changed any defaults in the CAEVES instance deployment names, make sure you use the same changes here. Provide all the required details for your container instance. Define a unique container group name. The image type, the login server, and the username should be left as predefined. You can request an access token from your CAEVES specialist. Depending on the number of objects that need to be processed for indexing, you may want to consider increasing the vCPU to 8 and the memory to 16 for the container instance. As this is a normal deployment, let's leave the recommended settings as they are defined. You will also need to provide a new virtual network name, virtual address space, subnet name, and subnet address space. Select the Log Analytics workspace that was deployed as part of the prerequisites. Please refer to our knowledge base article for more information. Next, we are going to be deploying the connector details. For this example, we will use Engineering Secure. Provide a unique connection ID, as you may need to deploy more than one connector. The Azure Client ID and Tenant ID can be found in your Azure portal. There is an option for ACL fallback to everyone. If the connector cannot resolve any ACLs, it will fall back to everybody has access. Since this is a secure engineering deployment, we will keep that option disabled. On the deployment, the connector creates a lightweight container instance that securely interfaces with Microsoft 365 Search and Copilot to begin indexing your data. The deployment will take roughly 10 minutes. Your data and archive becomes visible and searchable for all your deep storage once the container instance is up and running. You can begin deploying the CAEVES Copilot Connector while your data is still being migrated. This lets you index contents as it arrives in your deep storage. This saves you time during large-scale migrations. The biggest benefit, however, is that your users will be able to interact with this data instantly.
For more information, check out CAEVES in the Azure Marketplace or at caeves.com.